Hey guys, it's Sunday. I'm so excited for the two divisional football championships today. I'm hoping for, like most people, two really good games. Detroit Lions traveling to San Francisco 49ers for the NFC. And you've got the Baltimore Ravens against the Kansas City Chiefs. So it's going to be great. Obviously, emotionally, most people are rooting for Detroit against San Francisco because Detroit hasn't been in the Super Bowl. They haven't even had anywhere near this kind of success, period, forever. Basically for people's lifetimes that are Detroit Lion fans. So I'm rooting for good games. Okay, that's what I'm rooting for. So let's see what happens. So I was supposed to do a Baccarat video on Friday, and it's just been crazy with my other business, the diminished value auto business that I help people with. We were just slammed with calls and new clients. So I have not gotten to this till today. Plus, we're going to be putting out for our private members at cruisecasinomafia.com a really, really cool new Baccarat system. And if you like flat betting, and if you like conservative betting that doesn't require huge bankroll volatility, I'm going to try to get this thing up by tomorrow for those people. If you're not a private member, well, what are you waiting for? You can join cruisecasinomafia.com, get access to the casino vault of all of our private systems, money management concepts, and all kinds of other stuff that's coming as well that's not related to the casino. So join today, cruisecasinomafia.com. Use the code MAFIA50 for a $50 off a lifetime membership. All right, so what are we doing today? Well, once again, we're going to use our money management that we've been using on a lot of our Baccarat videos that's been so successful lately. Which is our 3-bet system. It's almost flat betting, but not quite. It's a little less than flat betting, actually, which is crazy. So if you're not familiar with this, I'll just roll over it when we start. Well, why am I doing this today? So what am I doing? We're going to once again throw our bet money management at a totally different type of bet selection. And this is pretty interesting. So if you're an action player and you need to make 1 million bets and you're just going to be bored to death, well, this isn't the one you're going to use, okay? There's no doubt about it. If you're like many of our players where you don't care how many bets you make in a shoe, it's just a matter of being positive and having less volatility, which means that you can play bigger base bets, right? If you're not going to have a huge amount of bankroll volatility, and you're not going to make a huge amount of bets, then you can up your base bet because you don't need as big of a session bankroll, right? You can play $50 units or 100, or you can work your way up to the right bankroll for that, like we always talk about. So this is what we're going to do today. We know statistically that most of the time, okay, and I don't have the number with me, but statistically, there are so many, when you look at the history, there's so many scoreboards where we never get past the second drop, right? The second drop. So it's a terrible 2, as we call them, right? So what we're going to do is, and we'll look at this as we go along, the key to this bet selection that we're going to be testing, the money management and the bet selection, is that we're daring the casino to beat us by having a lot more streaks than chops, right? And everybody's going to say, well, wait a minute, that happens. Yeah, that does happen. You're right. It does happen. Some shoes have more streaks than other shoes. But we're betting that the statistics are that we're going to win more often because we're not making that many bets for the smaller drop, okay? Now, what we're going to do today is ultra conservative, which means we may not even get many bets, but we're going to look and see how this plays out. So what we're going to do is we're going to play it ultra conservative. We are not going to make a bet until we get past a 2 drop. So a 2 drop, and then it chops back to the row 1. Okay. So, but here's what we're going to be looking for today. we're going to be looking for, we're going to be even more conservative than that. We're going to look for two drops in a row. Two drops in a row, and then we're going to bet. Watch what happens. This is what we're going to do. Now, if you want more action, just bet for the 2 drop and the jump back to the top. But we're going to look even more. We're going to look for 2 consecutive 2 drops. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. And we probably will not be getting that many bets. So that's a player. That's a banker. That's not a 2 drop. That's a banker. So here's our first 2 drop, right? Let's see what happens next. That's a player. So again, if you want more bets, right? If you're that guy, then now what you'd be betting is the banker. Okay? You'd be betting the banker, right? The banker. And some people call this time before last, whatever it is, whatever you want to call this, okay? But what we're doing is we're testing something more conservative. This is what you would be doing if you're not conservative. You'd now be betting on banker, all right? We're not going to bet. We're going to see if we can get 2 drops in a row. So let's keep going. Out of curiosity, we would have lost, right? But here's the trick. This is what we're looking for. So we have consecutive 2 drops, terrible 2s. Are we betting here? Now here's the key. Are we going to bet for the chop here? Or are we going to bet immediately now? Are we betting for the chop here? Or are we waiting for it to jump? All right. Now we're going to take this to the extreme with our little test today. All right. You can bet this. And if you bet this, you're going to be betting for the banker, right? For the chop. Because we're betting on terrible 2s in a row. And then we're going to bet for the chop. We're not going to bet this right now, though. You know what we are? We're going to do that. We're going to do that. So we'll do it the easy way. We'll go ahead and bet for a banker now. How's that? Oh, shoot. We did not bet. Okay, we would have won. All right? We would have won. All right? So this is what we're looking for. All right? Just so you guys know. We forgot to bet, so we lost a few dollars there. All right. So now we're waiting to see if we get a second chance. That's the setup. Player. Nope. We need another player. That's a tie. Keep going. Player. All right. So this is a 2 drop. I know that we had the tie here, but we're calling that a 2 drop, right? We do not bet. We're waiting for a second 2 drop. Nope, not yet. Nope, didn't make it. So you see how conservative this is. We're chopping. We're still chopping. Nope. How often do you see the 2 drops in a row? Sometimes we see multiple times of that happening in a shoe, and sometimes we don't. Right now we're in a serious chop phase, right? So we're just sitting on the sidelines using this bet selection. There you go. That's your first 2 drop. Now we need to see another 2 drop. So we need to see a banker. Tie. Banker. So we need another one. Nope. Didn't make it. So you see how this only dropped once. This is why this is ultra conservative. We're waiting for the consecutive 2 drops. You may not get a lot of bets in a shoe. That's why we're doing this quick demo. We've been doing a lot of work on this, and I just wanted to show you guys something quick. So here we go. Okay, we have a chance, right? We have a chance. We need to see 2 players. Player 1. didn't happen. See? Didn't happen. We saved money. Banker. Banker. Nope. Okay, here we go. We need 2 bankers now. Banker. Tie. Player. Nope. We didn't get it again. So you can see what I'm talking about, that this is a setup that does not happen all the time. Especially in this shoe. We haven't gotten any streaks. This has been really crazy. This would have been amazing for a chop system. Look at this. Player. Wow, look at these chops. Okay, player. Now we need a switch. We need a banker. Nope, didn't get it. Yep, we're on a streak now here. Yep, that's the longest streak so far, is a 4, and then it broke. So let's see what happens. Player. Player. Okay, we need 2 bankers again. So this requires a lot of patience, but I don't care. People who want to make money have the patience to do this. You want to have fun, you can go play with the slot machines. All right, here it is. Here it is. So this is our second setup, right? We won our first setup. Even though it doesn't show it here, we would have won our first setup. And this is our second. So now, again, we're using our 3-bet scenario, right? And I'll tell you a little stats as to what we've been doing with this, but let's keep going for now. So we're going to be betting again. We have it down as 20 here. It doesn't matter. We would have bet 10 on the other one. So let's just go ahead and use 10 as our tier 1 bet, right? So we're going to be betting for a player, right? We're betting for the terrible 2s to end. So we're betting on a player. So we're going to go here and we're not going to make that same mistake. We're going to bet on player, right? Let's make sure. Player. And we win. So do you understand we only had 2 bets in this shoe and we would have won both? So again, if you know you're not making a lot of bets and you know you're limiting your bets to 3, right? The way that we use our system here, our money meant to 3, we can play larger base bets. So you would be up $200 right now if you would have been using $100 bets, okay? All right, so once again, we're done. We're looking for our next setup. Banker. We need another banker. Tie. Banker. First 2 drop. Now we need another 2 drop. Banker. No good. Right? No good. Banker. Wow, finally have a real streak going here. And you notice how we're not getting killed. We're not in any of these hands. Banker. Wow, we made the turn. How do you like that? After having no long streaks, look at that. That just goes to show you how crazy some of these shoes can be. Banker, still going. Look at that. And again, we're not fighting it. We don't fight it. We don't fight the table. Finally came back up here. Okay. Again, we're looking for consecutive terrible 2s. Boom. There we go. Now we need a second set of terrible 2s. Nope. So this bet selection obviously is going to generate far less action, at least in this shoe, right? We know that. We've done the testing. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get another terrible 2. Banker. Okay, we need one more banker. Banker, we got it. So this is our third bet possibility, and we're on hand 62. We don't really want to go past 65, 70. There's no reason to do that. So we'll go ahead and take this, and I'm not giving you all the rules. I'm just showing you what the bet selection is. So here's our third setup. We're 2-0 so far in this shoe. So we're going to bet our tier 1 bet, which was $10, and we're betting for the terrible 2s to end again, which means that we're going to be betting for player, right? Player. $10, player. We win. So we're 3-0. Right? 3-0 here. We won. We won. And I think this was the other one, right? We won. We're 3-0. We only had 3 shots in this shoe, but we went 3-0. Okay? And what happens if we lose? You know what happens if you've been watching the videos. We're willing to go 2 more times. But when we use this bet selection, we're doing half bets on the other 2. Now, can you change this and do flat betting? Can you change this to do a 1, 2, 3? Yeah, you can. I'm just using this because today the purpose is of just showing you this other bet selection that's, by the way, we've done thousands of simulations with this, and we've done really, really well. Really, really well. I'm not giving you all the extra filters. I'm not telling you the extra little bit of rules. I'm giving you the basics. We're going to be generating once again for the private members an update on this concept that's more of a full system build out. So you guys are just seeing the basic concept without the filters. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. We're only at 17 minutes, right? We've been 3-0 in this shoe, right? We would have been 3-0. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let me do that for a second. Hold on 1 second here. Well, we'll play to the end. Okay, so let's just deal. And let's just see if there would have been. We wouldn't take another bet here, but we'll see if there's any more that come up. Okay, so far we're getting chops again, right? So let's keep going. Banker. Okay, let's see if there's another one that pops up here. But this is too far into the shoe for us to continue. Nope, wouldn't have worked anyway. Player. We need a banker. Need a second banker to see. Player, no good. Tie. Banker. Nope. All right, so we're almost done with the shoe. So we would be 3-0, and we'll do another shoe. And by the way, if you're curious how many of these happen, it's all over the board. We have shoes where we've had it happen 5 or 6 times. Now, that doesn't happen all the time, but probably on the average, that 2 to 4 times is the average for this setup. Okay? Okay, there you go. So 3-0 in that shoe. So let's go ahead and deal, and we'll just take a look at another shoe. Just so you guys get it. Okay, deal. You have to be patient, that's for sure. Okay, here's a terrible 2 to start with, so let's see if we can get another terrible 2. Okay, we need one more player. Nope, didn't get it. All right, So the other thing that's interesting is this. When we go to Vegas, we're not always playing on the regular tables. We're playing on Stadium. And when you're playing on those electronic tables, you're able to see 4 different shoes going at once. And once your money is in the machine, you can flip from one to the other. So here's the incredible thing. I'm giving a little secret out here, okay? If you're playing Stadium Baccarat at Golden Palace, Palace Station, or any of the other ones that have, like Venetian, okay? Even though you're only getting 2 opportunities or 3 opportunities in shoe 1, you're watching the other shoes because it's easy because you're not betting on every hand anyway. You can see the opportunities come up. So if you want to place more bets, you're simply looking for the setup in the other shoes that are going on at the Stadium Baccarat. So is it possible for you to get 8 to 10 opportunities relatively quickly? It is, because now you're looking at 4 shoes. So I wasn't going to tell you guys that, but I gave away the secret. Okay, so let's go. So let's see if we get an opportunity here. Player. Need another player. Banker. No good. So far this shoe hasn't given us an opportunity yet. Okay, here we go. We need a player. 2 players, sorry. Player. We need another one. There it is. Okay, so we're on shoe 11 here. There was one tie, whatever it is. It's shoe 11, hand 11, hand 11. And we have our first opportunity. So again, we're going to be betting for it to end here, which means we're going to be betting for a banker. Okay. And we win. So we're 4-0 right now. Okay. So let's keep going. Banker. Ooh, look at this. We could get a back-to-back possible. Doubtful, but it's possible. Yep. We need another player. We didn't get it. That doesn't happen too often, but there was a chance, obviously. So let's keep going. Banker. Okay, we need 2 players. 1 and 2. So here's opportunity number 2 in this shoe. We're going to be betting this time for a banker. So we're 4-0 right now. We're 5-0 right now. Now, you may say to me, well, that just happened to be the way it works out. Yes, you're correct. However, we've done the research. We've done the simulations. I am not telling you that this is 100% bet selection. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, based on our research, based on using a conservative money management that we only bet up to 3 times, we have been quite successful. If you put the other filters onto this, it makes it even better. And, of course, proper profit targets. So I think that was our 5th one, I think. So we would be done for the day, right? We'd be done for the most part. We just hit 5 units. We're done. We're out of here. Okay, but let's keep looking anyway. So here you go. So let's look and see if we get any more in this shoe. Banker. Okay, so now we know, because obviously this is what we already did, right? So now what we're looking for is 2 players. Player 1. Player 2. Okay, so we'd be done for the day already with our 5, but let's see what happens here anyway. We're betting that this streak of terrible 2s is gonna continue, right? It's gonna continue, which means that this is kind of odd. You don't see this too often, but we're going to be betting for the banker again, right? So we would bet on banker. So we'll just go ahead and do that, even though, again, I would be done, right? Banker. I'd be done, but let's go ahead and put the bet down. And we finally lose, right? We finally lose. Now, what happens here? We know when we make a bet like that using this system, the next two bets are half bets, right? Half bets. So they'd be $5 bets, win or lose, the next two bets. Now, in this scenario, there's no win or lose because obviously we're only looking to make the same bet again, right? The same bet again. So we were betting on banker. Right? Yeah. So we're going to stay with banker. And now we're going to make a $5 bet on banker. We lose. We're going to make one more $5 bet on banker. And that's it. That's a tie. So we're going to repeat it. And we lost. So that would have been 3 losses in a row, which is great that we can show that. When we're using this money management, that basically adds up to 2 units, right? Or a $10 unit and then the half units of 5 and 5. So that's all we lost there was 2 units. It's never going to kill us, right? It's never going to kill us. But we don't continue to go after it. You see what happened here? It continued. The streak continued. We gave it 3 shots, right? We gave it 3 shots and we lost. No big deal. We're down 2 units and we keep rolling. So let's see if we have another opportunity. And then we would start our money management over again like we always do from tier 1. Okay. So that would be a losing one for us. The first one. So let's keep going and just, the point is to see how many chances we get. That's really all that I'm showing you guys. Player. Player. Wow, look at that. Banker, we finally broke it, okay? Tie. Banker. See what's going on here? We need 2 players, or we have nothing. Nope, no good. Nope, no good. So it's keeping us out of this mess here. We didn't stay out of this because you're never going to stay out of every bit of mess. And that's why we use the conservative money management. We can't really lose much. The most we're losing is 2 units, right? 2 units, that's it. When we use this. Player. Okay, here we go again. Let's see if we can get 2 bankers. Player. No good. No good. Banker. Banker. See? Now we're looking for 2 players, or we have no bet. Player. Player. Here we go. So here's our next bet here, right? So again, we're going to be betting for banker, right? We'd be betting for banker. Let's see what happens. Our first bet, which is our $10 bet. I know it says 20, but we're just using our base bet as 10 for this. Okay, here we go. We win. Okay, there we go. See how easy it is? Especially when the right cards come out. All right, so here we go. Player. Player. Okay, we need 2 bankers. Banker. Banker. So here's another setup, right? Okay, so let's just see what happens here. Let's see if we would have won. Okay, we're just going to throw this out here. We're going to throw our $10 starting bet out there again. This time it's on player. We win. So basically we only had 1 sequence in 2 shoes that would have lost. And because we're being conservative, we would have lost 2 units. Big deal. Okay? So that would have been, I think that's 6 and 1. 6 wins, 1 loss, something like that. All right? No big deal. Let's play a little more out. We're at hand 48. Let's go to 60. Tie. banker. It's such a casual way to play, too. It's great. There's no stress. Nothing going on here for us. Player. Okay? Player. Okay. What do we need? We need 2 bankers. Tie. Player. No good. We're at hand 57. So we've got a couple of more shots here. Player. No good. We're right there at 59. So that would be the end. I try to not go past 60 or 65. There you go. You could go high. Let's just, for argument's sake, let's see what happens here. If we do get another setup anyway. No. Banker. Nope, we didn't have a setup and we're at 62. So, no setup anyway. So I think we were 6-1. It's not about what happens in a matter of 20 minutes doing this, okay? So please, I'm not telling you that's the way it works every time. I'm not telling you it doesn't work that way. I'm showing you an interesting bet selection that we are doing a lot of work with, all right? If you're an action player, you're not going to like it because you're waiting for hands. If you want to make money, without huge volatility, this is another concept that we're doing. All right. You can pair this with all different types of money management. I'm showing you this because this is what we've been using on the channel for the last few weeks. You guys are going to get a lot more of what's going on with this deal if you're part of the private membership. We are having success with this. But due to the simulations, we have created additional rules and options to make this even safer. And that's going to come out this week. All right? That's going to come out this week. But in the meantime, you can look at Google. You can look at lots of different images of scoreboards, and you can take a look at this. All right? You can take a look at different scoreboards to see how well it would have done. Believe me, we've done that, and we've done thousands of additional simulations. And that's where the additional rules come from. Okay? Putting this and doing some crazy martingale on it is not my deal. You can do that if you want, but that's not what we're doing. So that'll be the end of this video. Wanted to just introduce the consecutive terrible 2 concept. And we will build on this privately in the membership, and we'll try to throw out a few additional little hints and help on the YouTube channel. That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Go out, test, play with it, and we'll see you on the next video.